Hello, hello, hello. This is Danny Ceballos with Unleashed Consulting in the Best Boss Bootcamp Minute. We are doing part 2, responding to the letter from Wondering in Wichita, who says, what are the most important things that a leader can do? So last week, we talked about the importance of defining reality. Today, we're going to be talking about the importance of, for you as a leader, to really stay in the mindset and the perspective of systems, systems, systems. So what do I mean by systems? I mean to really, we tend to be caught up in the day-to-day minutia. It's an old Stephen Covey quadrant 1 kinds of activities. Everything is urgent and important. And we don't see the forest for the trees. We lose sight of what the bigger picture looks like. So for you as a leader, it's important that you really stay in this systems perspective, looking at how things are interconnected, the bigger picture. So how do you do that? First thing is, I want you to go to the balcony. In other words, when you feel yourself being pulled into the minutia of day to day, so this might be something that you do every morning of every day, breathe into a bigger picture. So think about the different things that you need to get done and ask yourself, so what happens when we work on that? And bring it out, so that in some ways you start to backwards engineer your day and your activities. Start with the big picture, and then you move in strategically on the different places that make the biggest difference. So that's the first thing, is to go to the balcony. Second is to find that, what I call a Jenga piece. If you ever played the game Jenga, you know there's all these blocks on top of one another. You pull out one or two, it makes the biggest difference. That's what I want you to think about when you're thinking about making a change to a system. And systems are everything, right? So they're how people relate to each other. They're also how the work gets done. I want you to really take a broad view of what systems are. So that second piece is to find the Jenga piece. Figure out what's the 1 or 2 things that you can do that will make the biggest difference, that will have the greatest impact on that system. The mistake that often we make is we start kind of nibbling around the edges of a system and not really take advantage of finding the strategic places that we can make the biggest difference. And number 3 is when you're thinking about the system, when you're thinking about the changes that you'll make, is finish playing the movie. In other words, think about, if I were to do this one thing, to make this one change. So let's say the system that you're looking at is the idea of whether to have your people go hybrid in their work environment or not, right? So that's a big system, right? That involves a lot of moving pieces to figure out how that will work. So first, get that systems perspective, go to the balcony, think about the larger picture that you have to deal with, not only all the people, but all of the technicalities that need to happen. Find the Jenga piece, find the little things that will make the biggest difference. Maybe it's not doing focus groups. Maybe it's more about experimenting, having a limited time experiment where you experiment with hybrid, but one activity that will make the biggest difference. And when I say finish playing the movie, I mean, so if you do that one thing, what will happen because of that? So if we try this experiment of moving to a hybrid, what will happen because of that? We may have people that will love it. We may have people that hate it. What will we do because of that? So think about, finish playing out the movie for the changes that you want to make when you're making a change in your system. All right. Thank you so much. This is Danny Ceballos with the Best Boss Bootcamp Minute. We'll see you next time. Bye now.